Hello, Capricorn. I've got my coffee. I'm ready for this. I'm not ready for this. You're blowing my mind already. I just, I just can't. I just can't with your readings. It's bizarre. Okay, so the first things that I kind of got overnight were the first thing that I got was the word catastrophe, which I guess is why I've got the tower here. But I was hearing it as like it was like someone was making a pun. I'm not quite sure what it was, but it might have been something like cat astrophy. So like the word astrophy, like as in writing, you draw an astrophy. So cat astrophy. Like maybe there's a cat that caused a catastrophe. I don't know. Maybe it's a joke on someone's names. Maybe someone's called Cat. So and you call it, like oh, what is it? Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. What's her name? Like Cat. Oh, I can't remember. Like a name on a pun on someone's name. So I don't know what that was, but maybe that's a joke you've made recently. Then I was getting baseball again, and I feel like you've had this so many times. I feel like I keep getting baseball for you, but it was just the word baseball, 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 baseball. And I wrote it down, and then I could see baseball. So it looked like a teenager, and I know this is a really broad age range, but they had the back to me, and it was just a flash of an image, and I tried to look more closely, but I couldn't see it. It looked like a photograph, which is funny because you had that still take the still frames and the photographs in your mind from that Green Day song in your last reading, but it was like it was a photograph, maybe black and white, possibly, which is weird because I was getting the color red. It's so strange to me as well because I was right. They had the back to me and they were doing like the classic baseball pose. But I once saw a red baseball and it didn't make sense to me at the time because baseballs are always white. And I tried googling it and all the baseballs were white, but this was. I'm so sorry, excuse me, I've had too much. But this was a red baseball. And so I was kind of like thinking about the red baseball again, but it's like the image was black and white and they had the back to me, but it was definitely baseball. It wasn't cricket because of the way that they were holding the bat, right? The bats are different. The bat looked like a metal bat, or at least a pale colour. It wasn't like a dark wood bat, it was like a metal bat. I mean, I don't know, because I get the impression it was black and white, but they had the shirt untucked, and it didn't look like a massive park. It looked more like a high school, or like a small place. But there were other people there. It was like a professional game, but like maybe like a high school professional. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like a big game. But the person to me, I think they were male, and I think they were between. They gave me the age 13. So from the age 13 to like late 20s, possibly. They were quite slim, quite maybe petite. I don't know if they were an adult. And I'm looking off into space, like trying to see this picture again. I feel like the baseball shirt was like quite light coloured and it had stripes. And I was trying to think what number was on the back of the shirt. I was trying to see it, but the more I tried to look, the more it kind of went away from me. So I had to kind of like, again, you had this in your last reading. It was like, let it come to you, let it come to you. So I was trying to let this image come back to me. And trying not to push to see it, but I feel like it was something too, and I felt like at the time it was either 82, strongly felt 82 or 72, but then as I was about to say it just before, they gave me 42. So I don't know what any of that means or if it means anything to everybody, but they showed me a red cap as well. Ugh. I don't get baseball for you. I don't know why it keeps coming out. Maybe you've got like some kind of keepsake, or like maybe you went to an important baseball game as a kid. I don't know. Maybe you played baseball as a kid. They also showed me a cobra. Now, I'm not too sure if it's the same thing or not. Maybe it's like the something cobras, or maybe they were showing me a cobra as something separate, but it wasn't a real cobra. It was like a drawn cobra. Right. Now, there's all sorts of cards going on here. They were showing me like, I swear to God, it was like Game of Thrones. It was about 3:30 in the morning, and it was like an episode of Game of Thrones playing out in my head with tarot cards. So what I'm getting is there's like all these different kingdoms. Now these kingdoms represent, I guess, your energy. So I always do the intuitive part of the reading first at the beginning, and then I pull cards later. So if you don't feel like this is your story, or you're thinking, what is she talking about? I mean, maybe you've just been watching Game of Thrones and that's what I'm picking up on. But you can just leave it, and you can go to the description box down below where there'll be a timestamp, and you can skip to the cards, okay, if you don't like this intuitive section. But they were showing me this whole movie thing in my head with tarot cards. So what I'm getting, and now you had this tower coming for a while, you've had the Three of Swords and the Tower in your readings for a couple of months now, and I felt like you were kind of almost instigating your own tower moment in a way, is the way it was coming across. So it all started with something to do with this Three of Swords, this heartbreak and this nostalgia for the past. Could be some kind of soulmate connection from the past, but there's this, could be something to do with children, childhood. Something that hurt you in the past keeps coming up, and I think you've been working on this, and I think you've been healing it, but it required some kind of tower moment from you. What's that song you got again, that Green Day song, something unpredictable, but in the end it's right, I hope you had the time of your life. So it's like you leaving some kind of situation, or like walking out. They're giving me I Will Survive, which is really funny because it was one of the first songs that I ever heard, like woke me up in the middle of the night like someone was absolutely blasting it. At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I would never live without you by my side, but then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong, and I learned how to get along. And so you're back from outer space, right? Unpredictable, what are you doing back here? You just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed the stupid lock. I should have made you leave the key. If I'd have known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Go on now, go, walk out the door. Don't turn around now because you're not welcome anymore. Sorry, it's all coming. It's just coming. Honestly, your readings, I don't know what it is about your readings, but I feel so like swept up in your story and what's going on. I feel so like it's almost like kindred with Capricorn energy. So I Will Survive. Something happened, walked out the door, this person came back, it was like a tower moment, or you've instigated a tower moment, I don't know. But again, you've got these happy families on the underline here. I just want to show you the happy families. Seventh chakra, this is the crown chakra, this is how I get my intuitive messages through. You've got lots of fours as well, which I'll come back to. Oh, look at that, 44. I can't believe that, as I said it. The woman holding a heart here as well. 44 is such a significant number for you, and I've kind of discovered a little bit of it. Because you've got it here. So all that happened, it's like tower moment, boom, kingdom's on fire, there's been a big war of all the different thrones. So I just thought of something else on my notes, and it may just be something else. So then there's this King of Pentacles, which I'm seeing as your energy. Now you don't have to be male, he, she, they, however you identify, it doesn't matter. You're coming through as the King of Pentacles energy for me today. So you're sat there in your throne, in your kingdom, you've thrown everybody out. It's like literally like you chucked everybody out. Sat there on your throne, in your kingdom, you know, completely fallen out with all the surrounding territories. Maybe you've just been playing civilizations, I don't know. But now you sat there, the energy that I'm getting for you, it's like flat. It's like emotionless, not emotionless in like a cold way, just like you had that song, I'm Already Over It by Alden. It's like, I'm over it. I'm done feeling this pain. I'm done feeling this hurt. Like it's kind of like it's all over, and I'm just emotionless now. I'm flat. Like I'm done feeling the hurt. But what's actually happening is I feel like you're suppressing emotions, or that you're closing down emotionally. It's not healthy, it's not good. So Capricorn, I'm afraid you're getting a lecture today, because you see the 44 again. This is what they were showing me last night, this 4 of Pentacles and this 4 of Cups energy. So what I'm seeing here is this is you kind of being in a very stubborn energy, where it's like, I don't want to talk to anyone, I don't want to see anyone, I don't feel like dancing, right? It came up in your last reading. It's like, and I'm here with my arms crossed, I'm holding onto my money, I'm putting all my energy into work, into my finances. I've not got time for emotions right now. I'm over it. Like, it's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time for me to, like, you know, try and open up emotionally, or just a waste of time for me to, you know, apologize, or whatever it is for you. Now, I'm also picking up on the surrounding kingdoms, right? I feel like, it's almost like, I feel like Aquarius and Sagittarius, if you're dealing with those signs, they're off doing like humanitarian aid somewhere. Like they're out of the picture. They're off doing their own thing. But the energies that I'm picking up on are Cancer, Scorpio, and Libra. Okay, doesn't have to be these signs. Okay, it's just the way that they're showing me the story. So something's happened where it's like you're sat there, you're saying, I don't need anyone else. I don't need to build these bridges with these other kingdoms. I'm perfectly fine on my own. I worked hard on this harvest. I've got a really abundant crop. I'm going to gather it all up. You know, I've got food to last me the whole year. I'm good. Don't need anyone else. I'm just going to put my walls up. I'm good. But what you don't realise is that up the stream, up the river, Scorpio up here, who is showing to me as this Emperor energy today, they are, you know, they're sat there in their kingdom, the dragons have been in, everything's absolutely scorched, but they're good. They're like, do you know what? We knew this was going to happen. You know, this happens all the time for us Scorpios. Like, we intuitively knew this was going to happen. And we understand this, you know, this death and rebirth cycle. We live in this volcanic area anyway, where, you know, like, it's all, the earth is like volcanic earth. So it's actually full of nutrients, which make, you know, this is kind of like the Scorpio energy sat there like, we're good. We know that even though everything's been scorched, it's going to grow back even better. Like, you've actually done us a favour. This is kind of what Scorpio is doing. So they're up there, but what they're doing though is they control the water supply. You can see here with the Scorpion, they're controlling the water supply, and they've cut off your water. So you're sat there being all smug, thinking I've got this great harvest, but what you don't realise is that next year there's going to be no water to, you know, when spring comes around, you're not going to be able to water your crops. You're going to run out of food, mate. So yeah, so Scorpio's up there like this diabolical person who's cut off your water supply. Like, that'll teach Capricorn a lesson. Now, the Queen of Cups, they're dealing with this whole war differently. They've completely retreated. They probably retreated early on in this war. They kind of like ran off, turned tail, ran off, thought, I'm out, I'm out of here. They've like walled themselves up into the castle. They're showing me like the image of a castle, like you're all in these towers. But Cancer is like, they've made a moat, and then they've kind of like, they've gone all prickly. It's like they've got all, you know, when people like dig the spikes into the ground, like, so that like horses can't charge. It's like they're completely surrounded by these spikes. It's like completely like their whole tower is spiky. It's like, and they've hung a no entry sign, like, you know, no visitors allowed, no solicitors, like from the battlements. They're like, nobody's home, go away, we're not even here. So they're just kind of like in there, kind of like, you know, crying over spilt milk, pouring that cup out. Yeah, sort of saying to you like, come and fill up my cup. I need you to emotionally come and fill up my cup. Or they're trying to give you a cup, right? But you're like, no, I don't want it. I don't care about emotions anymore. Go away. I'm not pouring anything into your cup. And it's funny because you had that kind of like, please sir, can I have some more in your last reading? And now it's turned it from like, please give me money to please give me love. It's like, oh no, Capricorn has turned off like, they're not giving me money anymore. I know, I'll try the emotional route, is how it's kind of coming through for Cancer. Meanwhile, you've got Libra over here, who's like the neighbouring territory, and you used to have a good relationship with them. You actually used to provide the food for Libra, like, but Libra's up in that diamond castle. It's like made of diamonds and ice. Like, they've gone full Ice Queen in the situation. They've completely withdrawn all their energy. But I feel like they've done it because you're not communicating, because you're stubborn. You've got your hands crossed. So Libra, they don't sit around, you know, they're just like, you know, we'll deal with Capricorn when they get over it. And so they're like negotiating with Taurus and Virgo and saying, look, can we buy our crops from you next year? Capricorn don't realise, but they're not going to have a harvest next year, so we need a backup plan here. They're already, you know, Libra, then the negotiators, they're figuring things out. They're trying to broker the peace deals. So I feel like if you could go anyway, right? So your choices, I feel, are you going to grovel? Are you going to go and bow down and grovel to Scorpio and say, please turn on the water supply? I'm so sorry that I burnt your kingdom to the ground. Are you going to go and try and approach Cancer and, you know, say, okay, I will emotionally invest in you. But there's something to do with money there, like that big pentacle in the background. Or I feel like it's like they're pouring one cup out and wanting to fill another. So I don't know what the symbolism of that is. Or are you going to go to Libra? Because I think Libra, as the peacemaker, as the negotiator, they're open to negotiations. They're just waiting for you to communicate, right? Yeah, so it's like Libra's quite happy to help. They don't hold grudges. They're just waiting for you to get over whatever you're getting over. So yeah, okay. they're your options. I want to kind of show you, I've got some more cards somewhere. What have I done with them? So because they were showing me specific cards from specific decks, and it's so funny because it was from these two decks, which I didn't realise at the time until I kind of had a quick check back on your last reading. It's the same cards as I used from your last reading. So strange, because I wasn't even going to use the Haunted House Tarot in your last reading because I thought it was a bit gimmicky, but it was like, no, for some reason this is communicating with you. And again, you're being really bossy with my decks, because normally I have two, I have the Lenormand and Kipper deck here for everybody. You're the first sign that's like, no, I actually want 5 tarot decks. So you've got an extra deck and they're all tarot. Oh, Capricorn. Right, okay, so this is how I'm seeing your energy. Sat there, like, thinking, being all smug with your harvest, being like, oh, no, I'm good, I'm just going to kind of wall myself in. But really, you see how sulky and stubborn he is. So this is your energy. I'm also seeing this kind of like, oh, there's that tower, right, with the dragons flying in. It almost looks like a dragon to me at the top. I don't know. It's like Game of Thrones, right? The dragon's been in, they've melted the Iron Throne. And then I'm also getting these energies. So there's something to do with, like, you could be sat in your little kingdom, but you could be like drinking. It's like the Nine of Cups is like wish fulfillment. I'm good on my own. I'm happy on my own. I'm actually celebrating. I'm celebrating. I mean, I'm in here. Look, I've got all this wealth and I'm celebrating. I'm just having a drink on my own. But it's like you've got no one to share the drinks with. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, Capricorn, but it's funny the way that they're giving it to me. It's not funny. It's really not funny. But you are getting a lecture here. If this is you and this is like has relevance to your situation, it's like, right, Capricorn, you're going to have to open up to somebody. You're going to have to deal with those hard emotions, deal with whatever it is that you're kind of like flatlining on and suppressing. The word that I've got for you, the term that I've got is emotionally void. Emotionally void is like completely stepped out of your emotions. So yeah, here you go. This is the image that they were showing me for the Four of Cups. So you can see actually these 3 cups, these are like possibly the 3 relationships that you've kind of had, that you're kind of over. You can see again that really sulky energy. It's kind of like you're going to miss out because you're so busy sulking, the Four of Cups. So what normally happens on the Four of Cups is there's this 4th cup. So this person's sulking about these 3 cups, but there's this 4th cup that's like a divine cup from the universe. But because you're in such a sulky mood, because you've completely withdrawn all your emotions from the situation, you're like, why would I bother? It's going to end up just like these other relationships anyway. Like, it's dead before it even starts, right? But it's because you're so sulky about these, or so kind of like, it's like you're really, really scared of getting hurt because you think everything's going to end up bad. It's like you're fearing the worst before it's even happened. And you can see again this drinking imagery on this card. So, Capricorn, I'm sorry if I've just given you a really, really hard time there with all of that. You know, it may not be you. Switch it around. You may be the Emperor. You may be in this kind of Cancerian energy. You could be any of the characters here, or this could just be somebody else's reading. So take it as an entertaining piece of like an episode of Game of Thrones or Civilizations or something like this. If it's not for you, just leave it because it's for somebody. Right, so some of the songs that I got for you, I got No Regrets by Robbie Williams. No regrets, they don't work. No regrets now. So I've got the specific line that was coming through was, I suppose it's just a point of view, but they tell me I'm doing fine. But there's this feeling of like dissatisfaction. So it's like maybe people around you are saying you're doing really, really well because you have like, you know, whatever this wealth is, whatever this like material thing is, you know, it could be a good career, or you know, you look like you're doing well to everybody else. Like they tell me I'm doing fine, but you don't feel like you're doing fine, right? You're dissatisfied, emotionally void. You're not emotionally satisfied in a situation. Yeah. And then the power of goodbye as well. You were my fortress I had to burn. You were my lesson I had to learn. So yeah, I feel like this is your energy. You've burnt somebody's fortress, right? So I don't know what this is. Okay, so this song that was like the first song on Spotify when I brought it up this morning was Finally and Beautiful Stranger by Halsey. So I don't know why I'm feeling this is for you, but it's got the kind of the motifs again of like apples. You keep getting this stuff about apples and dancing. So apples and dancing seem to be like key motifs for you at the moment. So your eyes so crisp, so green, sour apple baby, but you taste so sweet. You've got hips like Jagger and 2 left feet, and I wonder if you'd like to meet. Your voice is velvet through a telephone. You can come to mine, but both my roommates are home. Think I know a bar where they would leave us alone, and I wonder if you'd take it slow. Oh, we're dancing in my living room, and up come my fists. So it's like this defensiveness, right? Defensiveness. So I don't know if this is the crabby energy or if this is your energy. Oh, we're dancing in my living room, and up come my fists. And I say I'm only playing, but the truth is this, that I've never seen a mouth that I would kill to kiss, and I'm terrified, but I can't resist. And I said, beautiful stranger, here you are in my arms, and I know that beautiful strangers only come along to do me wrong. And I hope, beautiful stranger, here you are in my arms, but I think it's finally safe for me to fall. I grab your hand and we run to the car, singing in the street and playing air guitar, stuck between my teeth just like a candy bar. And I wonder if it goes too far to say, I've never recognised a purer face. You stopped me in my tracks and put me right in my place. Used to think that loving meant a painful chase, but you're right here now, and I think you'll stay. Yeah, beautiful strangers only come along to do me wrong, and I hope, beautiful stranger, here you are in my arms, and I think it's finally safe for me to fall. So again, this kind of like defensiveness. And then this new cup coming in from the universe. So is it safe for you to fall? For possibly someone you've just met, right? A beautiful stranger. Somebody that you don't know very well. But it's kind of beautiful. Right, so the next song that came through for you, which is the song that I randomised as I was setting up your cards. And do you know, Capricorn, I don't know why all this is happening, right? I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why I get the messages, but I feel one of you at least out there is in this kind of mood, because it was the Riverboat song by Ocean Colour Scene. And when I get this song, I always feel like it's somebody challenging me, saying like, it's almost like somebody who doubted what I was saying, and they're saying, because the line is, it's almost the same as the things that you said. So it's like somebody's watching my readings and saying, oh my God, it's so similar, like my situation is so similar, or all the things that you said would happen are happening, but then there's this kind of almost like aggressiveness with it, where it's like, so tell me why, like, I don't know. But there's this, I see trouble as well. It's like, I see trouble up ahead. So maybe that's why you've got your arms crossed and folded. You're like predicting trouble before it's even happened, because all these other relationships have given you trouble. Just when you thought it was safe to come out of the... yeah, this isn't a line from the song, but I heard, as I was listening to the song, it was like, Capricorn, just when you thought it was safe to come out of the kitchen. And now I don't know what that is. It's a quote from something, but I couldn't find it. Just when you thought it was safe to come out of the kitchen. But I think it was a parody of a quote from The Godfather, which is, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Michael Corleone from the Godfather. So, like, you think you're out, but then they pull you back in. Is it this Cancer with these 2 cups? Like, you know, with the emotional card, just when you thought you were out, they pull you back in. So, or is it this Emperor, like, that's coming through? I mean, Emperor's not traditionally Scorpio, but I don't know why I pulled the Emperor card. So this could be like... It's like, it feels like The Godfather, you know, like all the thrones. It's like, we are gathered here today on the day of my daughter's wedding. Yeah, but it's more or less the same as the things that you said. Of all the things you've seen, tell me, why does the river run green? I had a reading that was all about this. I can't remember which one it was, but maybe I'll try and remember and link to it in the description box below. And it's like, I don't know, Capricorn. I don't have all the answers. I can only tell you what they tell me, and I don't understand what's happening, and I don't know your personal situation. I don't know what's going on. So if anything is relevant, if anything's resonating, it's, you know, they're telling me what you need to know. Like, if they want you to know more, or if they want me to tell you more, maybe it's not the right time. I can't tell you any more than what they give to me. I don't know the answers. I'm just a human who's reading cards. So, I don't know. Of all the things you've seen, tell me why. I don't know why. But my heart was bounding as well as I was explaining this to you. As I was pulling cards, as it was saying, as I was making notes of those lines and listening to those lyrics, the yin card and the higher power card, the deck split in my hands, and they were the two cards. So just to kind of show you, yin and higher power. So femininity, receptivity, going with the flow. Yeah, being very receptive to higher powers, like, and I guess it's like what the breathes as well there, like this guild meditating communities under higher power. So it's like connecting with the spiritual community, being very zen-like, allowing the messages to come in, not trying to look for the messages, not trying to look for... It's like I was saying about the baseball picture that I was seeing. When I tried to focus on the number, when I tried to kind of zoom in on the image, it faded. I couldn't see it anymore. So it's almost like I kind of have to pull back. It's almost like a magic eye painting, right? I don't know if you remember magic eye paintings. If you can look at them, you can squint at them, and you can't see them, and it's only kind of when you relax your eyes and look through the magic eye painting that you finally see the image. So I don't know. Are you doing this as well? Are we both doing the same kind of thing? But as I was making the notes, yin and higher power, and I was saying, and I was listening to that song, and it felt like you were saying to me, tell me why, of all the things you've seen, you know, all the things you've got right, tell me why this is happening. I don't know. And my heart was pounding. It felt like my heart was in my throat. So it's the things you failed to say that's your trouble. I know, right? I'm saying everything I can. You know, if you've got questions, if you've got specific questions, you know, feel free to ask me, like in the comments, or, you know, like I'm Libra, right? I'm open to communication, but you need to ask me the questions. I can't tell you the answers that I don't know if I don't know the question. So I had the hope in the box reading. It happened again as I was getting this deck out. Hope in the box, the star. So still got that Pandora's box closed. There's still hope. There's still hope in this situation. But I was kind of getting this feeling of every other sign has had a god. I've been pulling out these god cards from my new decks. Gods and goddesses that, you know, every sign has associated deities that come with the sign. Now yours should be Saturn, but like I was looking at the box thinking, oh, I need to get the gods out for Capricorn, and it was like, no. Something about it, I don't know if you've kind of given up on religion. Maybe something awful happened. Maybe something awful happened to a child, and my heart again is going. And you were like, and it's like you were like, if there's a God, then why would he let bad things happen to children? You know, why would he let bad things happen to innocent people? There can't be a God. Maybe this isn't my words. This is what I'm possibly picking up for you. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're very religious. I don't know, but I've got to say what's coming through. So, or it's like there's no gods here, or like has that, I mean, the higher power is showing in your reading. The higher power is here. You know, the star card as well can symbolize higher power. My heart keeps beating so fast. So it's almost like this feeling of like, well, if they're here, why aren't they helping me? But it might be because you have to help yourself. You might have some kind of soul lesson here to learn, where it's like sometimes you have to figure things out for yourself. And maybe that's about not being told what to do in a situation, but it's about trusting your intuition, your feelings, asking yourself, what are my hopes and dreams and wishes? What do I want? You know, how do I heal? My heart is going like the clappers. What do you want? You get this a lot, Capricorn. What do you want? Honestly, if you take everybody else out of this situation, what is it that you want? What feels right to you? Not worrying about what society has to say, not worrying about what the people around you have to say. What's your truth? What do you want? What are your wishes? It keeps coming back to you. Okay, so the last song that you got was Don't Forget About Me by Simple Minds. I'll be alone dancing, you know where to find me, baby. Like, again, like this thing about dancing, I'll be alone dancing, you know where to find me. Maybe you're saying, right, okay, maybe this is it. Maybe you're trying to be receptive. you're like, okay, if it's meant for me, the universe will bring it to me. What's meant for me will never be denied to me. So why is it taking so long? My heart again. Am I getting this right, Capricorn? Because when my heart leaps, it's like I've hit a nerve with somebody. So what's taking so long? Right, okay. Do you recognize me? Call my name and send a me. I don't remember the words. Let's get you a song. Let's randomize a song for you on camera. We'll see what we get. Now, I don't know if when I start to pull cards, it's going to tell me more of the same, or if it's going to be a completely different story. But we can only ask and find out. Just to say, I've got my Beskar armor back on as well. I feel like I need it. It feels like you've been in a battle. It feels like there's dragons and everything. What's going on? Nice song to start off on there, right? If the world was ending, you'd come over, right? The sky be falling and I'd hold you tight, right? So maybe it's like you told me you'd come over if the world was ending and you're not here. So where are you? Like what's holding up my person? Capricorn, please. Capricorn. Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day by Mosheba. There you go. There's your answer. So what's taking so long? Why aren't they here? Rome wasn't built in a day. Your foundations of your tower will be more secure if you're patient, if you put in the work, if you deal with those difficult emotions and let the other person in this situation do the same thing. And then when you both come together, it's going to be really, really grounded. Whatever this is, some kind of relationship, whether that's like a colleague or a romance or a family member, whatever it is, it's like maybe you're the sort of person who jumped into things too fast in the past, right? So these 3 relationships that didn't work out, it could be more, it's just 3 cups on the card. So the 3 things that didn't work out, this nostalgia for the past, maybe you kind of leapt into things. It was all fire and all passion. It's interesting actually that you kept showing as the King of Wands, who's here actually underneath this Queen of Pentacles today. Right, okay, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Sorry, I just keeping on pulling cards. I only saw these 2 cards and then I didn't see these underneath. So it's like the King of Wands, maybe you just went out and seized what you wanted in the past. So or you've allowed people to come in with a lot of fire and passion. Maybe all your past relationships, because this is your card in the tarot. Queen of Pentacles, that's your card. So it's like you've always been swept up by the passion. You've always been swept up by the heat of the situation. Maybe all your relationships have started off from a sexual base. So the fact that there's something that's kind of like taking so long that you'd like, should I hold out hope for this? It's giving you time to kind of go into this 4 of Swords energy where you think about the past, you think about the mistakes of the past, the things that worked, the things that didn't. Because you want this 2 of Cups. Ultimately, this is what you want, right? This equal relationship, equal partnership, people who see you eye to eye. So again, it could be friends, right? Going out with friends, having a really good time, but where are they when you need them? So it's giving you the time to really think about what you really want. It's like, are you sure that's what you want, Capricorn? Are you sure that really reassessing what makes you happy and what fits in with that, right? Rather than, I don't know, getting caught up in the passion of the situation or something like that. But then what's happening as well is you're actually turning into this King of Pentacles energy or Queen of Pentacles, however you identify, where it's like very, very grounded, very, very solid. Like, look at the foundations that you're building up, like with these vines kind of like holding you down and this kind of like this wealth that's accumulating. You're like getting very sturdy, very dependable, very sturdy. So I'm hoping that what actually happens is you're going to go into a situation with very firm foundations and a whole lot of love, and then you can have the passion. It's not that this is bad, it's just that it's not, the Kings and Queens of Wands are very, very flighty. They it's a bit like wham bam thank you ma'am and then they're off. Perhaps looking for something a little bit more grounded, a little bit more solid. Okay, let's pull some cards. Well, Cappy, I tried to shuffle the cards and put them away, but I was not successful. These 2 cards fell out as I was shuffling this deck. And again, it's basically what I've been saying. Oh, why is it flipping round? That's interesting. It's basically what I was saying. Three of Swords keeps coming out in your readings. It's something to do with heartbreak. But it could be from the distant past, something that you never dealt with. The Devil card is your card in the tarot. So this is like telling me, Capricorn, heartbreak. With the Devil flipping round, it could be that there could be some kind of toxicity that you're breaking away from, or some kind of oppression or addiction that you're breaking away from. It's interesting that it flipped around. So I'm going to bob these back in as I'm talking. I'll show you I'm putting them separately in the deck. Do you see how it tried to come out again though? It tried to come straight through. So the Garden and the Gate card there, it keeps coming out for different signs. It tried to come out again for you when I was shuffling that deck. This talks about, I think it's just lockdown. Everybody's like stuck in the houses, you know, wanting to go out, wanting to travel, being at a distance from people that they want to spend time with. So I feel like that's probably why that Garden and the Gate is there. Just keeps coming out again and again and again. So I'm going to just kind of bob that halfway through the deck. There you go. Can you see that? It's so funny, I just realised like I've got the Beskar armour on, like, hard as nails, Beskar armour, but then I'm wearing like a little soft pink hoodie. It's like, you can be soft and hard at the same time, Capricorn. But then as I was shuffling this deck, I was thinking to myself, what does Capricorn want? What does Capricorn really, really want? And I was like, so tell me what you want, what you really, really want. And this pops out and I was like, right, okay, Capricorn, they just want to sit on that big, massive pile of gold, apparently. But, Now, Now I've uploaded my the first section of this reading to the computer, so we have a whole 50 minutes left. So fasten your seat belts, boys and girls. We're in for a bumpy ride. We may be here for some time. Go and grab some popcorn, some more coffee. Right, my coffee's getting a bit cold and yucky at this point, but I'm gonna drink it. I'm determined to have the whole cup of coffee. So all that glitters. What does Capricorn want? Maybe not what Capricorn thinks. Essential meanings: a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. The Oracle message: it's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it really better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognise the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or the person? Relationship message: sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden beneath the sparkle and shine. Then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have all the glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface beyond the mask to the essence of a person. Who that person is, not what he or she has or can give to you, is important. Let me just read that again because somebody outside kind of distracted me. Who that person is, not what he or she has or can give to you, is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. Let go of the artifice and let what is authentic shine. So, are you reassessing, Capricorn? You did have this a while back. I think you had this very same card in one of your past readings, where it's a reassessment of, you know, maybe what was your dreams and wishes and what you actually want. You know, when you're true to yourself, not trying to impress other people, kind of gives me kind of like Virgo energy as well. That. You know, what is it that you really, really want? Is it that you really, really want a zig-zagar? Do you really, really want that big pile of gold? That guy on that card didn't look very happy with all that gold, did he? Or do you actually want somebody who understands you and who's supportive and who gets you and who, I don't know, is authentic with you in return? I don't know, Cappy, what makes you happy? Right, let's find out. So, again, we could have something completely different as I start to pull cards. Sorry, you may hear my children being a little bit noisy in the background. My son's excited because there's an update, another update to Minecraft Dungeons that he's trying to download, so he's waiting for that. Capricorn. Capricorn, please. What do we want to talk to Capricorn about today? My heart just absolutely leapt again then. Underlying fifth. I told you, you just need to communicate. It's like you've barricaded yourself in and like there's no lines of communication. Oh, community in reverse. What? You've got the protection message. What? Community has come out for quite a few different people, but you're the first person to get it in reverse, and I'm using the wrong deck. Okay, I'm excited because I've read it the upright a couple of times. I'm curious to see what the reverse says. So again, maybe it's rejecting what people think of you, not trying to impress the community anymore. I don't know. This card reversed indicates feelings of isolation and perhaps loneliness. Oh, Cappy. Right, hugs coming in. Hugs coming in for my Cappies. Oh, honey. Like, yeah, lockdown, right? Stuck in that garden. The garden and the gate. Maybe that's why Archangel Gabriel's there. Maybe it's like time to communicate. You want to communicate. Maybe you want to talk face to face with people. There may have been a recent disconnect with old associations or even a dissolution of some wider partnership. I said that at the beginning. This may result in feelings of loss and grief, but take heart. It is often the case that as you shift your energy into a higher vibration, you may find that you no longer resonate with old acquaintances in the way that you used to. If that is the case, it may be time to move on to more resonant associations. So perhaps you used to deal with people who were very impressed by like wealth and status and, you know, the stuff that looks good on Instagram. Maybe that's like the people that you used to associate with, and you're thinking, why am I trying to impress these people if all they're impressed with is like, you know, how many zeros are in my bank account? Like, are they truly my friends? Are these people here for me when I need help? Are they fair weather friends? Do they just want stuff from me? Maybe. So maybe, yeah. And I'm not saying that's true. You know, maybe you've got the best friends in the world, you know, the best family around you. But I did pick up a while ago a very similar reading for you where it was like you were reassessing the people around you and really figuring out, yeah, you're figuring out what you want from relationships. Not trying to impress people anymore. I'm too old to be trying to impress people. I don't know, maybe that's for some of you. Let yourself network in ways that reflect your higher intentions. Meditation groups, you had that breathe card. Classes, book clubs, and the like are all places you may meet new acquaintances that are in closer harmony to you. And this is why, Capricorn, I'm saying to you, what do you want? What are you interested in? What are your wishes? Stop trying to please everybody else and think about what you want for a change. And then go towards those things. So if you are really into books, go to a book club because you'll meet other people who like books. If you're really into The Mandalorian, you know, maybe join a Mandalorian fan group or something, you know, where you can meet people who like have shared interests. You needn't allow your isolation to continue. That's exactly what I was picking up on though. You like alone in that castle, like in your castle ruins, sulking, like refusing to communicate, refusing to build the bridges. You needn't allow your isolation to continue. It may take some conscious efforts on your part, but now is the time to reconnect, network, and gain the sense of support that you're looking for. Come on, Cappy, we've got this. Right, I'm in your corner. We're gonna get through this together. What else then? What else have we got for Cappy? Whoa, that was the Earth card. Home. Well, we know you're at home, right? That's the problem. Stuck at home like everybody else. Okay, what would you like to say for Capricorn, please? My lovely Cappies, my happy Cappies. We want them to be happy. What advice do we have for them today? Do you have anything to discuss for Cappy? Last chance for Cappy? Last chance for Cappy. All aboard? There we go, we've got one. On the underlying, we've got all aboard. Are you going to space? South? Maybe you're travelling south to something. You know, if you've got somewhere to go, are you actually going in a southerly direction? But yeah, it's like astronauts, right? Yeah. Space, adventure, exploration. Yeah, you need to explore new territory. You need to go where no Capricorn's ever gone before and go and check out new things, I think. Excuse me a second. It's my son. He's found out that the Nether update actually costs £5, so he's like, "Can I have it?" Movement, speed. Yeah, you need to move. You need to move. You need to get into new environments, different places, change of scene, change of mindset, or whatever that saying is, right? A change is as good as a rest, something like that. Is that the phrase I'm trying to go for? So, Capricorn. What else? What else do we have for Cappy? Breathe again on the underlying. Breathe, wouldn't it? Maybe you're a fire starter, I don't know. And chop wood. Breathe, chop wood. Be calm, be patient. Do the day-to-day tasks, right? Lockdown is going to end sooner or later. So in the meantime, do the everyday tasks. You know, decorate your house, clear out your cupboards. Do the kind of day-to-day things, the humdrum things. And just be calm, meditate. Like, everything's going to be okay. A change is in the wind, look, and go the distance. Okay, let's read the messages. So, what do we have? 12. It's funny, Scorpio had this, like, they had their ear to the ground, they could hear the drumming. It's like they knew a change was coming. Could be moving house. I think Sagittarius had zebras as well. A change... Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. A sense that unseen change has been initiated. Preparation for a storm. Awareness that your plans are not on firm ground. Feeling a shift. Uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. The Oracle's message. It's human nature to yearn for certainty and to resist change. To want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Temporarily, okay? Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Yeah, exactly. Get out, explore, move. If you're asking for relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other, and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. No wonder you had so many towers, right, in that pre-reading. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better. That's what I said. You know, with that 4 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Know what you need to be truly happy. No word of a joke. Like, exactly what I said. Cappy. What do you need to make you truly happy? Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and move yourself from drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. Okay, so what have we got here? 47. If you want to know about gross Cinderella and what I'm up to, I've seems to be having like an allergic reaction to something. My acne's kind of flaring up again. I'm so disappointed because I had clear skin for so long and it's like now my acne's coming back and I don't understand why and I'm all itchy and I don't like it. Sad times. Right, go the distance. Endurance, strength, the long haul. Oracle message. To bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the currents of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint, and that's what I was saying as well. It's like you build the towers with the firm foundations when you take your time and you're patient. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Maybe you are going to Mars, right? What is it? The Perseverance rover? Is that what it's called? Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. And that's what I was saying with the 4 of Cups as well. It's like, what is yours will never be withheld from you. And you're like, what's taking so long? I know this is for me, so why can't I have it yet? Like a kid at Christmas. It's like, it's my present. I want to open it now. Relationship message. You are either in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. I told you so, those firm foundations. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played, but that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? I feel like we should get you another song. Maybe I'll get you another song at the end of the reading. I wanted to say, actually, I've got in my notes here, Rome wasn't built in a day by Musheba. Again, such a beautiful song for what's coming through. It's like having that patience, understanding that some towers fall because they're meant to fall, things change because they're meant to change, dealing with the heartbreak and learning the lessons from situations, while also kind of being prepared to enjoy the ride, to enjoy the new things that are flowing to you. So, but what I want to say is, well, it's so funny how I seem to get a lot of songs by certain singers when something's about to happen with them. I feel like I got a lot of Leon Lewis recently, so I don't know if something's going on with her. But Musheba, I keep getting Musheba songs. Like one of the songs popped into my head, and then I keep getting them. I've seen that they're actually they've just released a new song, and I don't know, it's like I couldn't have predicted that, and then all of a sudden there you go, new song by Musheba. Robbie Williams, I keep getting Robbie Williams songs recently, and he's getting a movie deal. They're doing like is it a biography of his life? So it's a shark. I kept on seeing sharks yesterday as I was kind of preparing for the reading, and then when I went on Twitter, there was this baby shark trending, and I just it's a shark with a human face. It's so funny to me because every time I start to doubt myself with the cards, suddenly all the patterns I've been seeing are validated, and it's there and it's happening. I don't know, maybe you're feeling the same kind of thing. Maybe this is what it is. Maybe it's that Riverboat song where it's like, oh my God, everything Libra said in her readings is actually coming true. What is this? I'm seeing the synchronicities. I'm scared. Okay, why? Tell me about community in reverse. There's the star again. Again, you had that at the beginning of the reading. So you had hopes, dreams, ambitions. Maybe you are in the spotlight somehow with a community. There's could be healing rifts in a community. There we go. But this again is talking about what you want. So not thinking about what others want or others expect of you, but really, really finding out who you are as an authentic person, shining your authentic light. This was all in your last reading as well. And kind of being like, when people, Libra had this as well, it's like when you're authentic, the people who leave were never meant to be in your life in the first place. They were just here for the mask, right? They didn't authentically care about who you are as a person. They were just impressed by the face that we put on. The people who remain, the people who stay by your side when you're authentic, they are your true soulmate connections. They're your true soul family, soul tribe, right? They see the things in you. They value you as a person and not the show that you put on for others. Love is there on the underlying. Tell me about movement and speed. Number 42, the answer to life, love, the universe, and everything. Ooh, High Priest. Okay, yeah, maybe feeling that higher power, maybe feeling led by a higher source. You may be doing something in regards to education, higher education, university, studying. You may be seeking advice from people who are kind of older and wiser, who've been there before you. You may have marriage on the mind. Quite a few things that could be. Sun and the moon as well comes up quite often. That came up for, I feel like it was Scorpio, was it, or Sag? I don't know, one of the two. A change in the wind. Whoa, here he is. Oh, there you go. A change in the wind. No way. No way. You know how I was saying that it's like maybe you've gone into relationships in the past where you've always gone in based on sex or desire or passion. What the change? Look who tried to come out. The King of Wands tried to come out and he went back in, and now you're showing as the King of Cups. Or you are looking for people who are a King of Cups. You're looking for people who make an emotional connection with you. You're looking for people who are emotionally mature, stable, grounded, reliable, loving, nurturing. They have time for you. They care about you, and you care about them and want to nurture them in return. This is the pearl in your oyster. So you could be dealing with, you've got two major arcana here, and a character card. So this is quite big energy. The star is Aquarius, the high priest is Taurus. It actually sometimes gives me your own energy because of that kind of like Saturn-like traditional values kind of that the Capricorn often has, or rebels against, you know, if you're one of those Capricorns. And then the King of Cups, this could be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, doesn't have to be. It just means that somebody here has a lot of deep emotions to give. Oh, this is what you want, this is the change, this is what you're looking for now. An emotional connection rather than a passionate connection. You know, you can have the passion as well, but it's like, what's the firm foundation there? So go the distance. Why is go the distance here, please? Oh, Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you are proposing, or someone's proposing to you, or maybe you're engaged to someone, and this is saying, look, you need to, you know, if this is what you truly want, if this is what you truly wish for, what you want, not what anyone else wants, then, you know, maybe that's what you need to do. Or this is some kind of new opportunity coming in, for a new plan, a new idea, and this is saying kind of like stick with it, you know, go the distance, get to the finish line, take that project to completion. The Sun, beautiful card for the underlying Leo energy. It means freedom, pure happiness, true happiness, feeling free. Like, you know, like how when you're a kid, you know, you can get naked and run through a field and like you don't even care what other people are doing, you're just so caught up in the moment. This is sort of saying to me, like, be like a child again. Feel that sense of freedom, feel that sense of adventure and fun and happiness. Okay. Oh, the Magician there I'm seeing, and the World. So manifesting a new beginning, or manifesting a completion, an end of a cycle. Again, the World can talk about the completion of a pattern of learning, similar to the High Priest. So you could have finished a course, for example, finished university, something like this. Why is the Star card here with community? The Hangman. Yeah, you're seeing things from a different perspective. You're looking at things from different angles, putting yourself in the shoes of others as well. Looking at the relationships in a different way. Again, there is this sense of being tied up or held back, but being that period of kind of being tied up or kind of like stuck, it's actually giving you the time to think, the time to see things through. And look what's behind him. He's actually got the sun behind his head. So you're getting clarity on your situation. You're getting clarity on relationships, what your own true authentic wishes are, and also spending a bit of time healing with that Star card as well. There as well. Sorry, I forgot how to speak for a minute. Why is the High Priest here, please? Why is the High Priest here with speed? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so you could definitely be looking at some kind of long-term commitment here. The Queen of Pentacles is the wife card, marriage card. High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. This does look to me like a proposal, like marriage. Doesn't have to be. You may be taking steps towards, you're definitely wanting firm foundations, you're definitely wanting commitment, you know, those stable foundations that are there for the long term. So you may have somebody in mind. This could be you, this could be somebody that you've got your eye on. It is your card, I have to say, it is your card in the tarot, the Queen of Pentacles. And you can see how very golden she is. So to me, it's almost like seeing yourself as high value, seeing yourself as someone who deserves commitment, you know, somebody who's there for you, somebody who's dependable, because like you're dependable for others, but also kind of like seeing the wealth in the person. Possibly, I'm going to pull a clarifier on that Queen of Pentacles, because for some of you it could be that you're in a long-term commitment with somebody who cares too much about wealth and appearances. So I'm getting different storylines through on that Queen of Pentacles. King of Cups, please. King of Cups. King of Cups. Thank you. There's the Emperor. So it could be Scorpio. This is the card that I pulled out when I was saying there could be a Scorpio around. It's not typically the Scorpio card, but it does give me Scorpionic energy. A change in the wind regarding... could be regarding work with the Emperor card there. Could be a father figure. Do you have a father who's Scorpio placement, or a water sign? A change regarding some kind of authority figure, or a change in the way that you want to conduct yourself if you are in a position of authority. Wanting to be more emotional, wanting to bring in emotion, like nurturing emotions into a situation that could have felt very, very traditional, quite business-like. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. whatever this is, whatever this new plan is, new project, new idea, new commitment, a seed that you want to plant, you are really quite scared about it. The Nine of Swords is kind of getting all up in your head, really feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress about the situation. This is kind of like worrying yourself sick, mental health problems, kind of worrying yourself sick. So I think you've got a lot of anxiety over what this new thing is, but you are being told to see this through to completion, despite feeling quite stressed about it. And the underlying Ten of Swords, that's the Caesar card, that's being stabbed in the back, something ending. Empress, Seven of Swords, that's a single card. Some of you are walking away from a long-term commitment. Again, it doesn't have to be a relationship, it can be a work commitment, especially with the Emperor there. Got the Emperor and the Empress, like the Empress is right there. Okay, tell me about the connection between the Star and the Hangman, please. I don't know why you've got so many tarot cards, but I'm just going with it. Connection between the Star and the Hangman, please. Another 9. So this definitely feels like it's a long drawn out process. You're feeling a bit battered and bruised, but this card is my card about perseverance. Again, this feeling of like seeing something through to completion. So you've really getting a bit worn by whatever this is. You get maybe some like mental confusion there, feeling a bit battered, feeling a bit bruised, but kind of knowing that you're approaching the finish line, knowing that there's only a few steps left to take. You had a reading a while back which was like, as you approach the finish line, as you approach the completion of something and you're about to step into the new, you are going to get hit by a lot of anxiety, a lot of feelings of like almost being on the verge of defeat, but it's kind of like picking yourself up again and keeping on going because you've put so much work and effort into something. You really want to see it through to completion. It's not over yet, is kind of what I'm getting. So keep your eye on that star and let that star guide you. When things get confusing around you, when you hear a lot of voices, especially with that community card there, when there's a lot of other people's opinions, take some time out to breathe, to meditate and really ask yourself, what do you want? And what's the right thing to do in your opinion, and really hang on to that, really hang on to that star, that goal inside you. But yeah, you may have to kind of take yourself out of situations, out of group situations, spend a little bit of time alone every now and again to kind of do that healing work, to meditate, to do some yoga, to go for a walk, to get grounded, because I'm feeling like there's something to do with like conflict around you, so you have to kind of keep taking a time out to go and heal before you can kind of keep going. So yeah, make sure you're making space for yourself to kind of heal. What's the High Priest and the Queen of Pentacles, please? The Five of Cups. Yes, for some of you this is definitely again, it's like those 3 cups, that feeling of disappointment, things that didn't work out, being a little bit like crying over spilt milk. But then okay, what's this? The Page of Swords. Somebody could have been spying, or you could have found something out by spying on someone, possibly. It's like spying in the home. But there's this sense here with it's like these cups are still standing, but you turn into these 2 cups. So you're looking for your perfect person, you're looking for your 2 of cups, somebody who's an emotional equal to you, but there is a sense of something not working out, or being disappointed in some sort of situation regarding something that was quite traditional. You may have a sense of like, the traditional values that you kind of lived your life up, with now. Perhaps you come from a family that valued success, monetary success. You're finding this kind of dissatisfaction, which is leading you towards more emotional connections. Tell me about the King of Cups and the Emperor, please. King of Cups and the Emperor. Is this Scorpionic energy or is this Capricorn? King of Cups and the Emperor. Oh, okay. Well, this is the Devil card. This is your card. But this is controlling mother for me. Always gives me controlling mother energy. So, do be wary that you are not trying to emotionally control a situation. You may have a scorpionic placement, or you may be dealing with a parent who's very controlling, like literally, like I always see this as like children chained. There's a lot of conflict in a situation. You could have a lot of conflict with a parent, or it could be a boss. A lot of conflict with somebody who is very, very controlling and in a position of authority in some kind of way, shape or form. But this is like, this is like, I'm getting a lot of controlling energy here. They're giving me Where Is the Love by the Black Eyed Peas. Where is the love? Where is the love? So it might be a society thing. The Devil and the Emperor, that is like the Devil, Emperor and High Priest, that's the control of society. And again, you're rejecting kind of like some kind of traditional community, some kind of traditional society there, because you see it as too controlling, you see it's too restrictive. There's a lot of conflict here. No, it's not. It's the Six of Wands. I'm reading it wrong. So again, it could be different. I'm going to admit when I say I do something wrong. This is the Six of Wands. I saw it as conflict, but this is actually success. This is victory, leading a charge. Reward and recognition. Perhaps you're being rewarded for probably maybe having your nose to the grindstone in some sort of way, or you're being rewarded in a situation where, I don't know, I'm going to have to pull a card on that one. This is you being rewarded for being in a position of power where you've shown a lot of love and affection for people. Again, there's different ways I can read it. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, please. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles then. What is it? This is something that can grow over time. The Seven of Pentacles is planting seeds and watching them grow. So this is an investment. Something, again, you've got this go the distance. See this through to completion, because it's something that's going to be very fruitful over time. There is this kind of sense of like, do I go for the money or do I go for the romance? Like, what do I want here in this situation? You can see how confused she looks. So you are very confused about this. You're almost saying, I don't know if this is the right thing for me. And then, look, Nine of Swords again, same card. You may be literally having nightmares. If you are having nightmares, my heart just leapt again. Pay attention to them. Don't take them as signs of what to do or what not to do. It's more likely that the nightmares are your subconscious trying to make you face some sort of fear you have. So really kind of like do a little bit of analysis on what are you actually afraid of? What's stopping you going for this new opportunity? But you are being told to see through to completion there. You've got the Page of Cups there. Could be some sort of an apology or some kind of somebody who's learning about love, learning about emotions. Okay. So what's causing this Nine of... Queen of Wands. Didn't even finish my question. I was going to say, I was looking at this card. What's causing this Nine of Wands energy? It's the Queen of Cups. So you've got a Queen and a King of Cups here, but this is two different... They're coming from two different decks, two different backgrounds. I keep seeing the Queen and King of Cups in my readings, by the way. Normally from this deck. They keep coming out from the same deck. The Queen of Cups, this is somebody with a lot of love to give. This could be you, really opening up emotionally, really kind of like, you can see that kind of lightning bolt by the head. It's almost like being divinely guided to move forward in a way where you're expressing a lot of love. Could again be dealing with a water sign. Could be dealing with somebody who's a mother, but this is somebody in the upright. This is somebody who's nurturing, patient, emotionally grounded, emotionally open, explaining how they feel. She's wearing a lot of gold, so it's like this person is of emotional high value. Excuse me a second. So I think my cat's sneezing, or she just snored herself awake. She's just looking at me from the bed now. I don't know what those noises were. But I'm just noticing the gold. So I'm seeing this as the same person. So there's somebody here, and it could be you, who is of very, very high value, who sees their own self-worth, who's nurturing, who knows that they have love to give, who knows that they're dependable and grounded, who'd make a brilliant wife or mother or, even a boss. This is, but it's like someone really seeing their own worth here, but maybe it's took a long journey to be able to do that. Or this is you seeing a lot of worth in somebody else, but for some reason it could be like, it's like an emotional maze that you've been in. Why is the Five of Cups here? The Queen of Swords. You've got 3 queens now. So I don't know if this is you or if you're dealing with 3 different women, or... This is the Ice Queen. This is the Libra in the the castle made of diamond and ice. It doesn't have to be Libra. Could be any air sign, or it could just be somebody with a lot of clarity. Again, she's got this kind of third eye opening up here, this light on her third eye. She's ready, she's communicating. She's got her sword up. She's communicating, or she's open to communication. She's speaking her truth. She can be very upfront, almost like brutally honest sometimes, but she's not trying to be hurtful. She is respecting you by giving you the truth. You know, she's not disrespecting you by running around lying. She's like, look, this is the situation. So you've got this kind of Five of Cups energy of like, it could be you seeing things very, very clearly, preparing to take action. Queen of Swords with the sword up right is taking action. She's doing what needs to be done, being a little bit ruthless, but in the best possible way. It's sort of like ripping off the band-aid, right? Or the band-aid isn't an English word. I don't know why I said band-aid. We say plasters in the UK. Ripping off a plaster. It's like almost like the quicker you do it, it's like over and done with, and then you can heal, or you know, whatever you need to do. But it's like if you do it slowly, sometimes that's almost more painful. It's more excruciating. So there's almost this need to kind of make a cut from a past situation. Perhaps those 3 people who weren't good for you, possibly making that cut, making it a clean cut. So it's almost like if you have to cut things out of your life, it's almost better to do it in a very clean, open, honest way. Look, this is how I feel. This is what I'm going to do about it. This is the situation. No ifs, no buts, no arguments. I've made my mind up. Because then at least the other person knows where they stand. If you are deceptive, if you kind of not really revealing your feelings, your thoughts, what action you're going to take, it's almost kind of cruel on the other person. Or this is the way that the Queen of Swords sees it. She'd rather give you the honest thing so that you can deal with it and move on with your life. She doesn't want to drag out some kind of process. So... Why is the Six of Wands here? What's the success? What's the success? What's the victory? Something, definitely getting work here. So 3 of Pentacles is like something you've been working on, something you've been putting a lot of energy into. Some kind of project, again, some kind of project that you could be trying to complete. Normally it's 3 different people on this card. It's 3 different people bringing the different talents to the table to make something happen. But I feel like you've been working on something alone, but it's about to pay off. You're about to have reward or recognition for this. It could be that because there's 3 people on this card, and this is kind of like quite authoritative energy, it could be that you've kind of done a lot of work on your own in a situation where, or you've been chained to, like, nose to the grindstone, chained to, look, there's a chain here as well, like this chain and anvil. You're going to be recognised for some sort of contribution that you've made here, or you're recognising other people for the contribution that they've made. But there is this kind of feeling of being tied to something or chained to something, but then there is a change. 4 of Pentacles, there's that crabby energy again. Just be careful that you're not like being a bit greedy in a situation, a little bit Scrooge McDuck there. I'm going to pull another clarifier on that one as well. And the underlying 8 of Cups, yeah, you're looking for, you want to be emotionally fulfilled. The 8 of Cups is walking away from a situation because it's not emotionally fulfilling for you anymore. You've realised that it's not really what you want. So there's something that you're turning your back on, something that you're walking away from to go and find that extra cup. It could be that you're looking for this cup here with this Page of Cups, you know, a new start in a relationship possibly. God, you've got a lot going on here. Let's go. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. Go on. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Yeah, same card. So you could be dealing with somebody else who also has been feeling a bit battered and bruised. It's been a long journey, or this is just you. Wait, let me think about... What do I want to ask? Because it could be you, or it could be somebody else coming towards you with a lot of love. What's causing this Nine of Wands energy, please? Yeah, somebody's coming towards you with a lot of love. There's the Ace of Cups, a new start in love, trying to give you their love, or you're trying to give your love to somebody else. Three of Cups could be a third-party situation. My video cut out. Mad Hatter's Tea Party, right? It's it could be again, this sense of community, building a new community. Like, they're all a little bit weird, right? They're all a little bit quirky. You wouldn't think these people would be friends, but they are, because actually going towards this new love interest, you're actually going to a place where you can be your own weird self. You can be accepted for who you are. This is like finding people who, you know, are all a little bit weird. Like, we're all weird here, but, you know, it's like your community, rather than trying to impress these people who are a little bit like sheep. You know, they all look exactly the same. They've all got that perfect Instagram life. You're not really trying to impress them anymore. You kind of want your weird kooky friends who kind of get you for who you are. There is some kind of mental conflict here that comes with this, or there could be conflict of opinion, conflict of ideas. I'm seeing this as you kind of battling your own thoughts about it. Seven of Wands, but you're standing up for yourself. You're standing up for what you want. You're standing up for what you feel is right. Kind of standing up for yourself against the opinions of others. It could be that, like, other people are coming at you with their opinions about this situation, but you're on the defensive. You're standing up for yourself here. Three of Pentacles again, that's here. Again, just one person on this card, working alone on something, and there's the Tower. There's the Tower moment. But it's almost like the Tower moment is like, I was getting this with the last reading. It was like Voldemort, like when you go and grab that prize at the end of the maze, it's like that's when the Tower moment hits. But it's almost like the way I'm seeing it today is like it's been such a long journey. It's kind of giving me like Game of Thrones as well. Not Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings a little bit. You know, the Eye of Sauron. But it's like you get to the end. It's been a long journey. You get to the end, and there's like the boss fight, right? And like, but then it's over. It's done. Getting that NERD song, did you get that? It's almost over now. It's almost over now. And then, but it's like on the other side of the tower, there's that breath of fresh air. You can breathe again. Why is the Queen of Swords here with the Five of Cups then? Yeah, manifesting an ending. Somebody's manifesting an ending to something here that doesn't suit them anymore. Yeah, it's like like I said, it's like you're bringing in the Tower moment. You're moving towards this Tower moment, and it feels like you're going to deliver a bit of a shock to people. You know, reverse this if you want to, but it's like, yeah, you're manifesting it. You're bringing in your hopes, dreams, and wishes. You're making it happen, but it does require something to be cut out. It does require ripping off the plaster, right, and being a little bit brutal about this. Okay, so. Tell me what this being chained is about. What's being chained here? What's the chain? Six of Wands, success. Maybe you're chained to your own ideas of what success looks like. You're chained to your own obsession with success. Again, like, you know, maybe success for you has always been acquiring wealth, acquiring possessions, you know, acquiring a lot of followers on social media, or I feel like there's a real reassessment of what success looks like here. This, because it's a change in the wind, right? It's like you got, maybe you even got to the top, you got everything you've ever dreamed of, but it's almost like chained to work, like workaholic, obsessed with getting the success, obsessed with getting the win at the end of the day, you know, working too hard, working on your own because everybody else has gone home because they're living their lives while you're chained to work. Chained to success, chained to this idea of what success is. But you are reassessing, right? Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Queen of Pentacles again. You could be dealing with somebody who's a bit possessive. You could be a little bit possessive. You could be, I mean, this again is your card, right? This is your card in the tarot. She always seems to me a little bit defensive, this Queen of Pentacles. Like she's very, very fancy, and she's kind of guarding that gate. So there is a sense of being very, very guarded, guarding your wealth, guarding your possessions, guarding the stuff that you've built up. Again, not every Capricorn is going to be wealthy, but there is a sense of kind of like hoarding here, or clinging onto possessions, or guarding the wealth that you do have, guarding you know, it's like this, these are my things not your things. Go the distance. It's like that gate, you've got to get through that gate, you've got to go through the gate. I don't know what that means. What's all this Nine of Swords energy about? Why is the Nine of Swords here? King of Wands, King of Pentacles. Yeah, again, this is how I'm seeing your energy. Again, you could have a third-party situation here. You could be reassessing what you want from relationships, or how you approach relationships, or how you approach the things that you want. Four of Wands, again, it talks about, again, this feeling of like success, celebration, but also secure foundations. Four of Wands is secure foundations. So you're stressing out about either holding on to or letting go of some kind of tangible thing here. Like it could be like you don't want to move home, you're trying to hold on to a work situation, but yeah, it's guarding something or holding on to something, having a lot of anxiety over this, but also recognizing that to have the secure foundations, you can't build something on lust, or, you know, passion, or the things that make you feel very heated. That doesn't make a secure base. It doesn't make a secure tower. It makes a shaky tower. So you have to approach things in a slower way. The King of Pentacles is much slower, much steadier, much calmer, much he puts in that kind of groundwork. Or maybe you're having a lot of anxiety because there's a conflict between the two. You want to feel grounded, you want to build up the wealth, you want to be nurturing, but you're also feeling very, very fiery about something, very passionate about something, wanting to move towards something, you know, wanting to take action. You know, it's like going the distance, right? It's like they're both going to get there. They're both going to get you across that. Both these characters are going to get across that finish line. But it's a little bit like the hare and the tortoise. The King of Wands, he's going to have his eyes on the prize. He's going to go directly for what he wants. He's going to rush it. The King of Pentacles is a little bit more slow and steady. He's more likely to pack his bag well. He's more likely to make sure he's got his checklist. You know, he's going to make sure he's got all the things. You know, he's got his water bottle in case he gets thirsty on the route. So it's a practical approach or a fast action-based approach. And maybe you're trying to figure out which is the best approach. I think you had this in your last reading. Which is the best approach? Or which person do you want? Who do you want waiting for you at the end of the finish line? King and Queen of Pentacles is a match. You've got how many Queens of Pentacles here? 2 Queens of Pentacles. And we keep seeing, but I feel like this is your energy. I've got this for quite a while for Capricorn, where it's like there's a King of Pentacles. You are the King of Pentacles, but then there's less like this passion and drive and fire and ambition behind you, which I think is really taking you into the kind of like this Emperor energy. Again, it could be somebody around you, but you know, you've got 3 kings here. 3 kings and 3 queens. So whether you're female or male, you are getting very strong here. The only person missing here is the Queen of Wands, and the only person missing here is the King of Swords. So I feel like if you are the feminine energy, then you're missing the passion. You need to really explore your passionate side. The things that make you feel very creative, the things that make you feel enthusiastic and fired up and excited about things. That's what you may be missing here, which could explain why you've got that kind of flat feeling, that kind of void feeling, because there's no passion. But if you had the 4th Queen, you'd be the Empress. If you're the masculine energy, then the only thing missing here is communication. You're being very, very guarded, and you're not communicating your thoughts, your feelings, your passions, your plan. You have a plan, you have a lot of passion and enthusiasm, you're very creative, you've got a lot of love, a real depth of love, but you're not communicating. Which is what I was picking up on at the beginning of the reading, with like that person sat in the tower, not communicating. So I hope this reading was helpful to you. I'm gonna leave it there, but I don't know. I don't know. Still kind of feel like I'm leaving you in the lurch a little bit. You're there going like, tell me why. That Riverboat song, you're like, tell me why. And I'm like, I don't know why. I'm just reading the cards. I'm reading the situation. Your advice is a change in the wind and go the distance. Right? Your advice is don't, all that glitters is not gold. Your advice is move away from people who just value you for, you know, I don't know, your wealth, your possessions, you know, the things that look good on social media. Move away from that and find people who feel like, you know, whatever that weirdness is inside yourself, and we all have a weird side. You know, the people who love that and appreciate that and want to spend time with you when you're at your weirdest, right? So there you go. There you go. That's your advice. Movement, speed, meditate. Go for what makes you happy. Cappy, Cappy, Cappy. I want you to be happy, and I feel like you're getting really, really close now. So keep going. The finish line is in sight. Go the distance. I don't know, be the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Be both. Take care. Hey Cappy, one last thing. I couldn't leave it there. I'm kind of like, I'm taking my photos for your thumbnail and things like that and tidying up the cards. But I couldn't leave it there. And it's funny as well, Archangel Gabriel there is looking at me. I asked Spotify, as I'm tidying up my cards, I said to Spotify, can I get another song for Capricorn? Can I get some advice, please, for Capricorn? Now, I don't know the meaning of this, so you'll have to look up the song yourself and interpret it in your own way. But you got The Scientist by Coldplay. So maybe go and have a look at the video, look up the lyrics and see if there's anything there for you that feels like it's good advice. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.